Alright, YouTube, this is Politically Black with Drew, aka Gamer Guy Vladimir here, and I'm also back on this George Floyd shit. While we're gonna loot and riot and be ugly ass motherfuckers, I'ma grill y'all for it. As you can see, I'm not altering my search results. We're gonna go with one of the first stories. Well, the left won't like this one, so since it's about their feelings and about bombs, let's ignore that one. But let's go with USA Today. Another church leader rips Trump. See, it's not even about George Floyd. It's not even... See, to the media, it's about keeping y'all divided. They don't care how they do it. Trump supporters, race division. All division is welcome to these people. To these idiots, all division is welcome. All of them. All of them except this division. Every single one of them. Democratic presidential hopeful Joe Biden on Tuesday joined several governors and two high-level church leaders in deriding President Trump's handling of the protests sweeping the nation. Floyd was handcuffed while a white... See, this is... Okay, USA Today. This is journalistic integrity that we're going to talk about. Don't mention the race of the officer. Mention that a shitty officer. Don't mention the race of the person involved either. Nice tip for race baiting. So this is illegal. I just want to show you guys this. This is illegal to stoke the flames like this. If you wanted to say a police officer was accused of committing manslaughter against a civilian, that's totally different because you're not naming race. This race baiting that they're doing, Floyd was handcuffed while a white police officer knelt on his neck. Well, we know the Floyd thing. Mayweather Floyd, George Floyd, like George Foreman, like let's just take Floyd Mayweather and George Foreman and say they had a baby. I'm not saying that's George Floyd, but that's his name. His name is a collaboration of the two names. Pretty brotherly name, if you ask me. But keep throwing that Floyd around because we all think of Mayweather. So again, you think black person. This is illegal, and USA Today does not care. So they will publish whatever. You know, this one looks alright. Let's find out. No, wait, we'll skip it. We gotta find the bad ones. We have to... I want to show you guys just the worst stuff. Joe Biden's going to attend George Floyd's funeral. Why does that matter? Is that a political stunt, Joe? So that's illegal. That's actually manipulating the public's feelings, which actually does have its own charge. It's something Joe Biden wouldn't know about because he's never looked at a Constitution or Bill of Rights, or any of the amendments attached to it. So he doesn't know that what he's technically doing, and when he doesn't show up, that's actually even more largely scaled illegal. He will actually end up possibly on trial for that because this is clearly manipulation. This is clearly almost not voter fraud, but he's falsifying information to sway the votes, and that is of its own accord illegal. Stating that he'll go to a funeral of a black man when he doesn't care that much about black people, just to kind of get some street cred, and so he can say he was there, that's a huge thing. So yeah. Oh, let's find out. Was it because he was a black man? It was probably because he was a black man. I don't like to do this often, so you guys don't normally see me doing research and like reading articles. I'm also not reading all of the articles like when I would thoroughly research something. I'm just kind of giving you guys a half-ass, like this is what the article says real fast, kind of skim through. But as the protests continue around the country in the wake of George Floyd's death in Minneapolis in late May, further examination of why he was stopped by the police in the first place. Ah, man. About a phony $20 bill. Drunk. Phony bill. Okay, so he was drunk or waited to get some smokes and some other shit with what appeared to be a fake 20. Okay? They denied him cigarettes. I was sitting and asked him to return the cigarette. Oh, so he took the cigarettes. So he committed theft. First things first. 6'6" black man, which was Floyd's height, and repeated to the 911 operator that he appeared drunk. Well, if he had been drinking, that would have also limited his ability to breathe. I do know that your chest being compressed unless you broke a rib should not impede your ability to breathe, because your rib cage does protect your lungs. It's what this is for, is to protect the lungs. You'll typically more commonly, with asphyxiation, even you'll cough until you break a lung, or until you break a rib, and that'll pierce your lung. That's more common to die from than you just being chest compressed and neck compressed on the ground. I just want to throw that out there using all of my martial arts experience. I'm not trying to go at you, Hannity, and say you're wrong. Using all of my martial arts experience, the back of my neck, if I wanted to, could roll someone off of while pinned to the ground, while having someone on my back. And I'm not a very large man. I'm only like 6 feet tall. I'm tall, but I'm not like weighty. 6 feet, 160, 170. So I'm like pretty lanky, skinny. Like, I'm not really a lot. But I could move somebody off of me if I needed to in that sort of situation, or move and adjust my head enough to where I could breathe. So if you're gonna put that way, if the officer's gonna put their neck down, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be right here so their leg can be on my neck. If they're gonna go like, I gotta use the other knee. If they're gonna be down here on their knee, I'm gonna be up here. I'm gonna be on my side of my neck up here. This way it opens up my breathing, but this is again something a trained fighter or a trained martial artist thinks about. This isn't something that the untrained hand will expect, and so it could have been what killed him. I just want to throw that out there. It could have been what killed him. It also could have been him being drunk and being face down on the ground. He could have just not been able to breathe, because when you're drunk, you breathe a little slower, and quite a lot slower in most instances. But let's keep going. All 4 officers were fired, but as of Tuesday afternoon, Chauvin is the only one. If he was the one on the back and neck, he is the only one who needs to be arrested. That's very clear and obvious. The store reaches out to police about counterfeit bills. They have a history of that. However, police officers never confronted any of the customers in any previous instances where the store called 911 for a phony bill. Most of the time, the patron doesn't even know the bill is fake, and normally all the authorities want to know is where they got it from. So, off the bat, a lot of huge problems with the left's narrative that this was a race-driven killing of a man, it wasn't. Simple facts is that it was not a race-driven killing of a man. He was drunk, used a phony bill. There's a piece missing, and I want to say the piece missing is resisting arrest, and that's why George Floyd is dead. The truth is somewhere in the middle. I don't know the whole truth. I know that a cop had an action, and that cop is being prosecuted, and I'm content with that. Maybe I'm wrong for being content with the legal system working the way it's supposed to. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that this should have been made into something about how police need better training. But instead you guys made it about race, so now I'm attacking. Now I'm on the attack against ABC News. Now I'm on the attack against USA Today. Now I'm on the attack, just like I did breaking 911, I'll do you guys too. Don't worry, when you put out the next story about the teacher who had sex with her 15-year-old student, not raped her 15-year-old student, I'll be on you too. Don't ever forget that. You've pissed off an independent journalist, and even when I'm working, I got too much time on my hands, I will be writing story after story about y'all. This was just to show y'all how deep I will go into my research. This was just to show you I won't skip the left story. This is just to show you that I might contradict and might go against the left story. Even if it's right in their article and they ignore it, I'll go against it. But that's because I don't believe in the left's message. I don't believe in fake tolerance. I don't believe in pretending to love people. that you have no interest in protecting. Everyone that I love is protected, and that's the truth. Everyone that I love is protected. I don't love a lot, so there's not a lot of protected people in my life. But everyone I love a lot is hella protected in my life. But other than that, YouTube, this has been Drew with Politically Black. I'm signing off here today. If you guys want to talk, feel free to ask anything you need to ask. And other than that, y'all have a great day, a great week, a good month, a good year, good life. Hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date. And I am out. Last video on all these riots in Floyd. I'm not really going to get too much more into it. I got heated earlier over it, and I think we're good now. So I'll catch y'all later.